Welcome to Build and Waffle, where I build your ideas and waffle on about something else. And today we're just going over the 6 levels of mushrooms. I just want to let you know, while making this, I thought I was going to be over there. Haha, joke's on me, old me. I put the camera somewhere else. Yeah, there's your 2 first levels of mushrooms. All of you have done that. And now we're moving on to something new. A little bit of curves, a little bit of fanciness. Change it up a little bit, make it a little unique. By the way, when you're working with mushroom stems, like they have this weird tendency that if you put a mushroom stem by a mushroom stem or a mushroom block by a mushroom block, it has that weird little texture. You can see it right there on screen, like underneath the top bit. Yeah, not what I'm going for, so I had to use dirt and mycelium and all that different stuff just to be able to make it so it all worked good, and it ended up being really nice. I spent a lot of time on like the inside of these mushrooms for no reason. No one's gonna see it. I'm gonna be honest, in your world, no one's gonna see it either. Don't bother with it. It's not really worth your time. You're better than that. Don't spend your time on it. You're good and you don't really need to. So we're working on this right now. We're putting in all the different things, adding a little bit extra curve, a little bit extra detail, stuff like that. Still trying to figure out how to put the mycelium down, because not the mycelium, what am I talking about? The mushroom stem, because I'm not really good at this and it's really funny to me. But on to the next one. So we started off, we introduced the 2 standard ones, just mushroom, okay, tall mushroom, okay, curved mushroom. Now we're going on to thick mushroom. That's 3 C's. We're going to get up to 4 C's later. And also the idea of it having 2 mushroom tops at the end of the mushroom. Some mushrooms kind of work like this. They're just like clusters of mushrooms and stuff like that, and they'll grow into each other and different stuff like that. And I think it's something that would be really cool to see in Minecraft, like natural generation, is a couple of these like intersecting more often than they happen now. And when they do happen, it looks like a bug. Like it looks like the game rendered wrong. If it was purposeful like this, I think it would look much better. I hope you guys agree with me on that. So yeah, we're just doing this, putting the, and also by the way, so this is level 4. Still standard mushroom caps work here. It looks good. Mushroom caps, like in Minecraft, old fashioned mushroom caps, genuinely look good all the way through. Like you don't need anything fancy, just a regular old mushroom cap. It looks good. Here's level 5. This is thick. 4 C's. This is where we're introducing the brown mushrooms as well. This is where we kind of take it up a little bit of a notch and introduce the idea of multiple mushrooms interacting together. In nature, yeah, you're going to mostly see most mushrooms kind of just be in little clusters on themselves. Most video games, that's what you're going to find. But, well, we play by our own rules. We don't have to. We can put in whatever we want and it'll look really, really cool. This is where I do change up the structure of the mushroom a little bit and decided I wanted a tiny one. It just looks good. Like, it just looks good. By the way, I love that I put that like that. So once again, I can work on the interior of the mushroom, before I put in the extra bits and poke out to the side and make it a normal mushroom. Once again, no one's going to see it. You don't need to do it like maybe that high up in the sky, maybe that way when people look up. But here's the issue. I covered up the bottom with this. Like, I didn't need to fix the inside of that. That was a waste of time. You don't have to do it either. I believe in you. Be lazy. It's okay. I'm lazy. You be lazy. It'll be great. It's fun. It really is. So I'm putting all this in. Nice, easy, simple. Adds in a little bit of uniqueness, a little bit extra something, and it just looks good. I mean, just imagine this in an overgrown forest, an old-fashioned fantasy build. Like, this is going to look great. You have this by, like, an elven kingdom and stuff like that, and it's going to look sick. You put this in, like, maybe you have, like, a colony of dwarves that live underground, and these mushrooms are growing out and stuff like that. You could put in some glowing stuff, like maybe some sea lanterns underneath or something like that to have them illuminated. It's going to look sick, and it's awesome. Here's level 6. We're making it a house, something to live in. We don't do interiors here too often. If I'm able to avoid it, I'm going to avoid it at any cost. They're very difficult and I don't like to do them. So we're just putting in a little simple little thing right here and we're just kind of building it up. As you might be able to tell if you look at how long the video is at this current moment. Spoiler alert, this one takes longer than the rest and there's a reason for it. We're putting a lot more effort into it. And this is not just thick, this is large. And that's spelled with an O. For reasons I have not been clearly told by the internet, but I believe people do it like that, and it weirds me out. If I'm honest, I'm elderly, and, well, it doesn't make sense to me personally. So, by the way, I want to make it clear. I always said, with inside the mushroom cap, like that, like, weird texture it gets and all that stuff, like, with the mushroom stem, do it. People are going to notice that. You're going to notice it. It's going to bother you. Do it. So, we're trying to make this an organic shape. We started out with a very, very, what's the right word for it? Geometric shape. And we're moving it to a more organic lens here by changing up the shape of it a little bit. I think it's this next layer potentially. Let's see if it is. Yes, it is. Where I'm deciding to split off into 2 separate shoots that branch off from each other. We kind of have a mini third one. You'll see what I mean by that at the very, very end. But we have this going up, and I decided it's like, oh yeah, this is where the ladder would go or something like that. So we'd be able to build up and all that stuff, like as if I was going to do an interior. I didn't. I won't. You can't make me. I'm afraid of them. I'm not going to change my ways. I'm scared, and it's okay that I'm scared. I'm just building it up, getting our way up there. and it's going good. Let's speed it up a little bit. All right, there we go. So as you can see, we're starting on the second shoot now. That first one turned out pretty good. We kind of kept it mostly straight as it went up, because the idea is like it'd be far enough away from the other mushroom shoot, and the other mushroom shoots would kind of go a little bit farther out, so that one could go mostly straight up. I thought it made sense from like a, I don't know, organic idea and how biology possibly works. Gotta be honest, didn't get my degree in biology. I'm just kind of going off the vibe of what a mushroom would do, and I think that's what the vibe of a mushroom would do, and I think it works. So we had that first one go a little front and straight up. The back one goes mostly straight up, but goes backwards. And the third one's going to come toward us a little bit off that little bit of extra space you see at the front. And we're adding this little, you know, standard old mushroom top that kind of hugs that area that we have right there pretty close. It's going to look pretty good, I think. So just adding that in, as always. Worried about what the inside of the mushroom cap looks like. I shouldn't. No one's going to care. No one's going to look. Don't bother it on your builds. I shouldn't have bothered with it on mine. It's an extra step no one needs to do. This one's actually like slightly larger than the normal ones, if you can't tell as well. Nature of it being a 3x3 stem that goes up instead of a 1x1 stem kind of means that should happen. But I ignored it on the other one, which I find very funny. I was like, man, there's not enough space. I need this mushroom top to be bigger. And go to the other one. It's like, I don't care. It's fine. So we're going with that. And if you heard Mr. Motorcycle go by outside, wave hi to him in the comments. He's a great guy. Don't know who he is, but I'm sure he's great. I'm sure his mom loves him. It's fine. So we got this going up. By the way, I wanted to look like, you know, it's windows. You're able to look out of and stuff like that. We put window panes in a moment, I believe, but we got to put in our other mushrooms first. Make it look good. This could be something where like maybe you have it so you're able to get outside of that. And that's like a little outdoor porch or something like that you're able to stand on, as these little brown mushroom areas. I think it looks really, really good and could be really, really cool. If you wanted to take this to like a level 7, maybe you have stairs connecting them. Maybe you have something else going on that's able to like bridge those gaps. I think it would look really cool. And I think you guys could do it. Little bridges, stairs, ladders, whatever it might be. There's a bunch of them and you're able to connect them all up. That could be really, really cool. But I wanted to keep it fairly simple for you guys. The goal here is to first off entertain, and then inspire. So I hope this is able to give you guys a couple ideas, different ways you can work with mushrooms. Here's that third stem I was talking about. I love that I built it out of the red mushroom there instead of just a normal mushroom stem. The main reason being that I realized I was wrong, and I go back and change that because it's ugly. Deplete your builds. It's important to deplete your builds. And if you don't know what I'm referring to there, you should watch the video I did with Mist. But yeah, deplete your builds, and you're going to be good to go, and you're able to do stuff like this, and it's a lot of fun, and I think it looks really, really good. So we add in our little door at the front there, but hey, there's your 6 levels of mushrooms. Enjoy.